Yo, donation and mining family, what is going on? What up, what up, what up? All you happy hatchers out there. Yo, I know, long time no see. I know. It's been a hot minute since I've been live. I know. How are all of you fabulous people? Hopefully you're smashing that lizardy like button as you guys are sliding on in here, guys. We'll go ahead and let you guys know what it is that I've been really up to as of lately. I'll tell you, it's been pretty much working in the garage. I'm an auto mechanic. I work at home. So anytime a customer comes in, customers first, of course. You know, this is more of my side hobby, what I do with you guys. And then the other thing is, if you guys haven't been paying it, like looking at RN homesteading, if you guys don't get into like gardening stuff, I totally get it. It ain't everybody's shtick. I recommend everybody to be at least growing some of your own herbs or some of your own vegetables. I always recommend it, you know, but you know, if you're in a big city, don't have the time, never home, I totally get it. For all of you other people, just because I'm old and stuff like that doesn't mean that that you guys should be skipping this too. You know, it's like as things get expensive, growing some of your own stuff can alleviate some of your financial issues. Like, not cure all, of course, but you know, if you could spend a few things less here and there, I'm just saying. Yo, what up, go dude? What up, what up? What's going on, my dude? And so I've been doing a lot of gardening, of course. I mean, today I just rolled a whole bunch of footage of what I was doing today. Yep. Busy on the urban homestead, you know, and it's like, and I don't have a whole lot of property, but I am maximizing the ever-loving you-know-what out of it. I'm just saying. So that is what it's all about, in my opinion. I mean, that's just a boob tuber here. What do I know, right? What do I know? It's like, just got me an L3 Plus, planning to put it on high. Nice. Do you have aftermarket software on it? I'm just saying. Do you have aftermarket software? Because the aftermarket software, on which I have here, allows you to go into quiet mode with your fans. Currently has Decentral's firmware, so it'll have the quiet mode that I have on here, but this one came from a near and a close friend of mine who I haven't heard from him in so long. I think he's passed away. He was an older feller, had medical issues, and he parted ways with the firmware for the L3, the L3 Plus, and the L3 Plus Plus, with no dev fee on there. So it's minus a 1% dev fee, and it's got the it's basically the OG firmware for it, but it's unlocked, completely unlocked. I don't know if Decentral has a 1% firmware fee on there, or if they're still paying it to the miner itself. Yes, Bidell. Rest in peace, Dan Ruggs, one of our beloved community members. It's like it always sucks whenever a community loses somebody that, you know, that a lot of people knew. And it's like, you just hope that it was peaceful and quick, you know, however it may go. That's always my my thing. It's like just make it, peaceful and quick. It's like they definitely have a fee to it. May I interest you? So, um, yeah, if you want, I will have to see. I don't know if Discord will let me send the size of a file over. I could try. I don't remember if it works or if I've got to send it through like an email. I might have to send it through an email. Either way, I have it. Hit me up. Just to kind of remind me that, like, put it into Discord. To just kind of remind me that, hey, that you want this got minus the 1% dev fee on there. So I've got good friends. Especially on old hardware like an L3 and an L3 Plus. If the devs are gonna cry over old hardware, they'll get over it. It's like you have much bigger ASICs out there that are pulling in way more. The people who are using the L3s, the L3 Plus, the L3 Plus Plus are going to be the home people who, they're fiddling around with it, or their electric is cheap enough in some situations to where they can actually run it, where it's baked into their rent. So no matter how much power they use, their rent stays the same because it's all inclusive, so it all depends. It all depends. Thank you. Hey, I just try to help out the little guy. That is my biggest thing, is the helping out the little guy. Why? Because the people with the big bucks, they don't care about paying that little dev fee because they've got so many miners in there. They cut a deal. They go up to these people and they cut deals with them. And I don't know if I'm gonna have to have a I missed the call. Huh. That's wild. But it doesn't say from whom. No. That was a while ago. Why is it like letting me know now? What is it? Oh, that's the price alert thing. Okay, that's what it's. I don't know if I'm going to have a customer that's going to interrupt this at any point in time because he's wanting to drop off a Harley over here. I got to work on a starter wire. For some reason, the starter wire doesn't want to send reference through. So I may need to either redo the connector end on this thing or pull a whole new length wire from start to finish on it, where I got to pull apart the wire harness on it and just pull a whole new wire through and redo the connector ends on it. That's fine too, but I want to know if I'm getting signal through it for the starter. It's basically, the starter works, but it looks like the trigger for it doesn't. So I need to investigate this. So I'm not sure if he's going to try to get a hold of me at any point in time, but yeah. Just be forewarned, there may be a brief intermission at some point in time. So, it's like Jason, got me an SD card to put Hive onto it, LOL. Oh, don't put Hive on there. Hive is very intrusive on those machines. It is way better to not use Hive like that. And then if you want to sit there and utilize a way to keep it all in-house on network and be able to remote into it, have just the same amount of control over it, but you get to run the independent software still, because Hive will take away the independent software on you, and it's a bitch to fucking get it back off of there, at least the Hive side of things. And then what I end up doing with that is you could sit there and use, look up Foreman, and it's a third party it's like kind of like Hive, but it like you could do GPUs and ASICs all on there. You can root into it and take control of your machines all through there, run it all off of a Raspberry Pi locally, and yeah, have full control over your rigs. Be able to remote into them, turn them on and off, all that good stuff. Depending on how many you're running will depend on if you're going to have to pay or not. And it's cheap for a quality. So I think Foreman is a little better, especially on the ASIC side of things, for kind of an all-in-one, be able to use it, because it'll show everything, and you get a pretty good amount of it of machines on there before you have to start paying. So it's not going to charge you so quickly. I'm just throwing out there some nice pro stuff on there. I don't like paying dev fees, and I don't like paying fees on machines just because I got a few of them being managed on one particular software. Sure, if I'm a bigger miner and I've got a lot of hardware on there, certainly I understand paying a little bit of a fee for a higher level of management. I get it. But for us little guys that we're gonna run 4, 5, 6 machines maybe in our house, why am I paying an exuberant amount of money for that? Foreman even utilizes with GPUs, so there's that. I'm just saying, as much as I like, you know, you can sit there and kind of have a different way of controlling stuff. So teach their own, you know. I mean, I don't mind using Hive, really. It's not, I'm not dogging on Hive. Hive is great for GPU side of things. But for ASIC side, of things, I would say that this is way better. It's like, I need to learn how to eventually. I'm just saying. I don't like Mikkel's. Whenever I was introduced to it, Mikkel actually introduced it to me through the company. So I had never heard of Foreman software before. But man, after he set that up, oh my god, it was freaking amazing. He said it was pretty easy. You can just follow, like, it's fairly straightforward. So I've thought about setting up an SD card with it on there just so that I have it. Oop, I got you. Somebody coming in with some groceries. He almost had the door closed. But I got him. But yeah, I mean, like, it's actually pretty straightforward to, from what I understand, setting up Foreman. It's a little trying to get Foreman to communicate with certain devices can be. Usually the ASICs, they work without a problem. The ASIC side of things, it's very straightforward. GPU side of things, it's fairly straightforward. FPGAs, you can get them to kind of work, I guess. I don't know if they've gotten better with that. The last time I was messing with it, you were able to see it through Foreman, but you didn't have any direct control over it. Which, you know, whatever, you know, so you got to go over, like, at least you know it's not we're hashing or something. You get a little bit of a notification from it. So, there's that. I mean, that's the other thing. Like, you can have it sitting there and notifying you whenever a machine drops out, so that you know the moment something's not hashing or something's reduced hashing on you. So yeah, interesting. It's like I should do a video on this. I gotta see if I gotta find one of my my pies. That's all I gotta do. I gotta find one of my pies. If I can find one of my pies, so I got my one pie that I use for my 3D printer. I gotta find the other one, and I gotta figure out which area I snuck it off to so that I wouldn't do anything with it. Literally, can't do anything with it if you don't know where it's at, right? I gotta scrounge that up, but that'll have to kind of wait until after all the farming stuff is done and I'm more on autopilot of just kind of managing everything, watering it. I mean, I got strawberries in, blueberries in, American elderberries in. I've got onions in so far. I've got Tavor artichokes. I have red cabbage in, peas, 2 different varieties of bush beans. And I still haven't even gotten into the warm weather stuff yet that I can go planting outside. So I'm not even done with that yet. So I got all my peppers need to still go out, my tomatoes. Yeah. And that's probably going to be another couple of weeks before that is ready for that. So yeah, we'll see how everything goes. I could possibly do. I have to familiarize myself with how to set that up really fast. And then then I can do a breakdown video of that, because I don't remember it being too difficult, but it was but at the same time I have some hardware that I can link in to it to kind of test out with it. Well, I do have some. I mean, I do have a bunch of hardware that I could sit there and figure out how to hook into it too, and yeah, sounds interesting. I'll put that onto the list of doing things. Sounds legit. What up, son of a rabbit? 22. Got those 22s. What up, my dude? What's up? What, kitty? But overall, I mean, Bitcoin's kind of going on an upward trajectory for the short time being, which is nice. I mean, that's always a good thing, right? Well, bam. Got Bitcoin doing Bitcoin things because the honey badger don't give up. What? So Bitcoin's kind of doing its upward trajectory here. If you really kind of pull away from the whole market and kind of look at it as a whole, from, going back to February of last year, where we started this upward trajectory, right? If you really look at this, there's really no holding ground for anything that we've really done. You can kind of say more towards the top, you could have seen a little bit of an upward trajectory, but I think this is more just your big old chop and drop, where it shot up, chopped down, shot back up, and it chopped way back down. Now, Does it mean that we're going to be taking a big old hit still? I'm just saying that we could be looking at what they call a classic dead cat bounce. So here it is. We have a double top. It rolls over pretty significantly. We had like almost a 40% pullback, like almost a 50% pullback from the top, right? So that, from top to top, and I mean like that, from whenever we shot off from that $20,000 marker shooting up, we've pulled back, going into, depending on what markets you were looking at, like 70% ish, between 70 to $74,000 per Bitcoin. That's a 30% pullback on its just looking at a couple of markets on this, right? This is looking at Bitfinex on this particular one, Bitcoin versus the dollar, and with Bitfinex, they show the low being at like 74,500, which you're looking at about roughly a 30% pullback. Bitcoin typically likes to do 80% pullbacks historically. Now, history doesn't mean that that's what the future is going to in detail, but if you look at the DCA oscillator on here, you can see that it is printed a double red mark on here, which that usually signifies a major pullback on this. So this, over the course of the next few days, if it keeps trading out in a downward trajectory, then we're definitely looking at the dead cat bounce. And are we going to be able to hold up the lowest low at 74,500? Or are we going to break down all the way down to the $56,000 marker? Or could we go down even further and actually hit the $23,400 mark? Little blood in the street. I don't mind that. There's the profitability in mining anyway. For me, at least, is like non-existent. If you guys are ever wondering what you're paying per kilowatt hour, I don't care if you're looking on your bill and your bill goes, well, look, I'm paying 6 cents a kilowatt hour. That's what they're charging you per unit of energy. That's not including the line fee and all the other fees that they tack onto there. What you got to do is you take your total bill, every last dollar of it, right? And you look at each kilowatt hour that you used for that particular month. Divide the numbers. You're going to get a true aspect of where you're truly sitting at. For me, in Kirkenois, Illinois, for everybody else that doesn't understand that, I'm sitting at right around 17 cents per kilowatt hour. Yeah, that's with all the line. My energy cost ain't that high. Most of my bill is all the other associated fees that ComEd charges for lines and transformers they own. I'm getting charged an exuberant amount of money because who else are you going to go through? Yeah. So, unfortunately, it is what it is for what I can do here. So, mining too much here at current payout ratios doesn't make sense. But does it mean that I'm not mining? Of course I'm mining. Shit. What do you think this is? Not a mining channel? I still have the BitX rolling. So, it's like I have my little lotto ticket rolling. It doesn't cost a whole lot to sit there and run that. The bigger reason why I'm not, I don't have a few other things running that I know that wouldn't be too bad to actually run in today's current pricings at it, where they're at right now. Let me go ahead and I should have pulled this up. It's been a minute since I've done a live stream. I didn't pull something up. I forgot something. Here we go. So, here we go. This is what I was wanting to pull up. So, I have a 5950X, right? That could be pulling in, almost, about 85 cents a day with a little CPU. That don't cost a whole lot, and it's profitable, actually. It's more profitable than the GPUs for me. I mean, if I look at a GPU, especially for what I have, oh my God, it's worse than I thought. It's 17 cents per kilowatt hour. It's worse than I thought. A 4070 Ti Super is making 6 cents a day at my electric rate. Let's look at something that I have. Let's see. The first card that I have on this list. Let's see here. I'm still going down. Oh. I have a 3060 Ti. Here we go. I can put it on Cubic. All right. And I'll lose 8 cents a day. All right. Yeah, nah. So I have an A2000. Even that's losing 8 cents a day, and that thing uses a spit of energy. It's like 74 watts at the highest. I have a whole bunch of them. There's no way that could even dig its way out of a hole. Am I gonna produce enough? Let's see here. You're talking about being able, one card could get, what, just under 4 Huawei on. So I've got, let's see here, 8, I have 16 of these. So with 16 of these, I can be making 58, almost 59, be using around 1100 watts, and I'd be losing $1.34 with 16 A2000s at my current electric rate. So that really just doesn't make any sense for me to be sitting here mining, even with my lowest wattage, most efficient cards. It's like here, like I'm, and it's like in each person's going to be different for your area. So, but I do tell you to take your total bill and divide it by with your total kilowatt hour used for that month, and that's what the industry calls your effective kilowatt hour rate. It doesn't matter what deal they cut with you over here for the power usage. You want to know what the total, what you're ending up paying per unit of energy. That's all. That's your bottom line. So it's well worth taking that little insight on there. Now, if you're just sitting here going, "Hey, I like mining. I'm paying for it out of pocket. I usually mine in HODL anyway." Or I'm mining, shit coins for Bitcoin. And if you're mining shit coins for Bitcoin and you're losing money, you might as well just buy the Bitcoin. I'm not telling you guys what to do, or it's not mining advice, in any way, shape, or form. It's like I know a lot of you guys out there that, you guys are involved in the communities with a lot of these different projects, and you're going to be a little, the grassroots movement behind those projects, and you guys are going to be mining those projects and hodling those coins, which is perfectly fine too. And it's like, I don't tell people how they should be mining. I'm just telling you guys how I end up mining. But in no way, shape, or form will I ever be like, "Oh yeah, you guys are shitcoin mining over there, fucking losers." No, dude. No, like each person's got to just kind of figure out what their end goal is when it comes down to mining, and kind kind of, always be evaluating it, going, okay, is this the best direction for what I'm doing? Because there's a point where it's just like, okay, it doesn't make sense if you have a high electric bill like myself. So I'm now looking at, okay, I still want to mine for sure, 100%. And I don't really care if I get any real significant, I mean, for the amount of electricity that I'm going to be utilizing, it's like I'm not looking at, making $1 million off of it. Oh, hell no. And the Ethereum days are long gone. But it's like I'm utilizing a lot of my power right now for my vegetables. So veggies first. Once the veggies are done and over with, then I could turn on a little bit of mining equipment that would be profitable for me, which would probably be just my CPUs, which is perfectly fucking fine by me. But, and like I said, I mean, like most of my CPU stuff here, let's see here, I've got a 2700, let's see here. Yeah, 2700X. Oh wow, they don't even have it listed on one of my older CPUs. I was seeing if they've got it for my 2700. So this is what I'm playing with right now. I was just like going, can you search? I mean, I could search for my 5950X, and that pops up without an issue, or my 3950X pops up, and that's actually like 57 cents profitability. At my power rate, oh my god, that's freaking amazing, because these things don't use a whole lot of power. So I mean, almost all my AMD CPUs are 100% profitability. It's like, Nemesis, big question: do you consider crypto a currency or property? So I would say that needs to be determined per project. That one's kind of like a very, very broad paintbrush, in my opinion. I like the question though. I really do. It's like it's like, do you look at crypto as crypto being a property or currency? You have some of the cryptos that are trying to be real estate in crypto. Those are properties. You have people with their JPEGs. Those are technically properties. You may trade them, but they're properties at the end of the day. So I would sit there and say, that would almost depend on who you're talking to, because of how things are set up here in the United States. I would say that it's all looked at as property, just like having stocks. Stocks are considered property also. Your car is considered property. Where if we go to El Salvador, Bitcoin becomes currency. And then now you have that distinction of, okay, Bitcoin just morphed into something over here and crypto stayed here. So now you have this immediate separation between Bitcoin and crypto. And you have certain legislators that are pushing through for crypto, not crypto, bleh, Bitcoin as a reserve, not crypto, because that has, I mean, I like to sit there and like root for all these like different little crypto projects but over the years that I have been involved in this industry, trying to figure out the best way to say this. I've never seen any project that hasn't, one, grenaded themselves out of existence, slowly fizzled out of existence, or just shrank down to a very core group of users. Once it shrinks down to that very small core group of users, sure, there's value between you and everybody that's using it. Outside of that user group, there's no utility. So it depends on what utility that it's doing. Like Filecoin, your storage on blockchain, right? So that's a security service on the blockchain. Where does it need to be traded by me and you? No. There's no need for that token to be on an open exchange. That token should be used internally for people that are utilizing, like some of the video games, where you load in X amount of money and then boom, you see a representation of how much credits you have to be able to spend internally on the game. Same thing with Filecoin. That's all it really needs. It doesn't need to be on the block. It doesn't need to be on a public blockchain traded publicly. That makes it rough for internal use for the core users that are going to use something like that. There's another one with doctors. Never gets used. The project fell apart very, very quickly with a lot of internal fighting. But another kind of okay idea, I guess, for like research studies, is supposed to be an all-in-one spot data aggregate for research. It wasn't so much it needed patience on there. It was just actual projects that were being studied. Cool stuff, but never went anywhere. But again, that's a service now. So you have a service on a blockchain. So it's hard to kind of put crypto, even crypto, if you separate Bitcoin out of there and go Bitcoin's the currency, and you look at crypto, even within inside of that subsect, it still breaks down further to where it's not just a property. It could be a service. It could be a security. Again, it's like services, a way to be able to. Yeah, I mean, it falls down like this deep little rabbit hole, in my opinion. So, yeah, there's really no way to. I hope that kind of answers that one for you, what my opinion is on that, Jason. That, it's like I don't look at crypto as property in 100%, but I definitely don't look at crypto as currency, because I do not look at Bitcoin being part of that. It's like I just kind of look at everything else as just mimicking is dropped off of there, and you've had just a big separation of what Bitcoin stands for, what its hierarchy is, compared to everything else that crypto stands for. I haven't seen any crypto that even tries to compete. I mean, not even compete, but at least mimics the foot trail that Bitcoin took with, the complete decentralization. It's like proof of work coins are assets to me. Well, then you're looking at them as more like a stock then, because that's what a stock is. A stock could be an asset, you know. Can be a liability also, but you're looking at it from the sellability of things, not so much as what the project stands for. I'm thinking that Jason was talking about it, you know, each individual project. You know, do you look at crypto as property or currency? And I can't. Like gold and silver. Yeah, well, that I'll disagree with. Unless you're holding on to Bitcoin, everything else, and again, you guys can all disagree with me. This is my opinion when I say this. I say this with the most love in my heart, I swear. But y'all fucking gambling, thinking that fucking all these other cryptos are a fucking asset that is going to hold value. Historically, look at all the historical data. You can go into the stock market with the same patterning that when it comes down to, I want to pick winners, right? Fucking, you will see like just like these little unicorn blast offs. And overall, a long spans of time, 90% of what you see fails. Look at these altcoins. How many of them have even tried to tickle half of their all-time highs if they've been around since the Ethereum bull run? You know, it's like you're not going to see these coins really taking off. And if you're thinking that I mean, it's not like one or two. Like I said, you look at it historically, you'll see little unicorns that'll just kind of blast off here and there. Some blast off and hold for a little while, and then, you know, just kind of maintain a ride out. Cool. That's actually stability with that particular market, and kudos. But a lot of them just blast off, they ride out, and then fizzle out because, you know, input all X problems into this. Right, 99% of alts will fail. And it's not like failing like to where they drop to absolute zero. It's just that if it's a proof of work coin, eventually people stop mining on there. And the coin stays on the exchange only, if there is an exchange for it anymore. But yeah, I mean, like, I just like tell people, I'm like, it and it's just me being real with it, you know. And in TechMan, you understand, you know, obviously here. But it's like, anytime that you're holding on to any of these shit coins for long term, every day you hold on to it, you are watching the all-time high. Very rarely do they pop back up. I'll be shocked as shit if fucking Ethereum fucking ever hits its all-time high. I'll be shocked as shit if XRP could do it. Kudos to fucking them if they can. I'd be still shocked as shit as if it happened. Yeah, the number one rule, not your keys, not your Bitcoin. Fucking facts. Absolute facts. It's like, let's go XRP. It's like, get the fuck out of here, bro. Taking away your fucking wrench. So I mean, I don't see that a lot of these coins worth even holding on to. Yes, there's some that I do hold on to. That's gonna be, I'll be fucking completely honest with you guys, right? My Doge, I have Doge for the fucking lulz, dude. You mine Litecoin and you get free fucking Doge. Okay? That's all that fucking I've got a crap ton of them from fucking mining Litecoin. I'll be honest with that. Let's see here. I've got Bitcoin, and then I've got Monero. That's it. Only reason why I got Monero is because it is actually utilized on the free market as currency. And I like to promote anything that is promoting a free and open market. We don't know how much Doge is all the Doge. There's no market cap. That's a lot of Doge. Too bad it's not like, you know, you can move all the Doge you want and it would only cost you 1 Doge. Man, I miss those days. I miss those days. What, Kitty? You don't know about those days. You're too young for that. We got the Pepe here. He is demanding the cuddles. So, yeah, I mean, like for me right now, for mining wise, yeah, I've got my bid axe rolling. Would I get some more bid axes? Sure, because they don't run a whole lot of power. I can run a ton of these bad boys and be good to go. It's like I've been mining Doge since 2019. When did I start mining Doge? I want to say I was mining Doge. I've mined off and on since 2019. I want to say end of 2019. That's when I got. And in 2019 or 2020, I want to say end of 2019 though. I had a whole bunch of them in the house. L3 plus pluses. And God, I must have had, which was a lot of hash rate at that point, but I had, for a home miner, I was rolling with, what was it, 14 mega hash. Yeah, it was like 14 or 16 mega hash. Something like that. It was like I had like what, 9 machines, something like that. I had 9 machines. I had a whole bunch of E3 ant miners for Ethereum and Ethereum Classic. And I sold a whole bunch of Dogecoin at might have been at the top. It's like Operation Choke Point, folks. The government fudged us. Of course, that's what they're good for. I don't try like I don't. As much as like I'm happy with what some of the stuff that our government's doing, I still don't trust them. I still don't trust them. You know, and it's okay. I have zero trust for the government. If I trusted the government, I wouldn't be in Bitcoin. I'd be a sheep. And I got a furry freaking cat. One warm day, and he's like, poof. Thanks, dude. You're very furry. Ugh. Eric Trump and Don Jr. will be speaking at Bitcoin 2025. It's like, and I'm not dogging on Trump that, oh, he's not living up to his word. He made all these promises. It's like this guy hasn't even been in office for a year. Calm the fuck down. That's my attitude with it overall. Fucking furry ass cat. Stop shutting on me. But at the same time, I'm old enough to know that the government has a lot of talk to it, but never really fucking follows through, and it always seems to fucking vote for more status quo. So we will see how things could possibly change with this. I'm hoping that things get better, but again, I'm not looking at Eric Trump and Don Jr. being the saviors. I'm not looking at Trump being the savior. I look at it that they're a step in the right direction. All right, I can recognize that. I can fucking recognize that. But is it enough? Is it going to affect? Is it going to be enough of a positive push in the right direction that would affect my lifetime? Yeah, nemesis for president, right? They tried to kill Trump for speaking just a pinch of truth. Man, I'd get a fucking JFK in a heartbeat, bro. I'm just saying. I think that'd put me in too much danger. The deep state doesn't like the truth. Exactly, Tech Man. It's like government that stays the fuck out of my life, dude. It's like you're supposed to be the checks and balances on the state so that the state doesn't get out of control. We got states that are out of control. That's the problem. No. Well, how would I put it? I'd actually go one step further. It's like a programmer. It's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna fix this random bug. 2 days later, hey, you made fucking 4 more problems that weren't problems yesterday. Fix them. So, if they keep on making problem after problem, then, by the time they fix one problem, they've made like 8 problems, and it's like, holy crapola, we're fucked. So, I'm not sure what the hell is going to be going on here. Cat, you are a shady little furball. This is the time of the year I do not like you guys. One warm day, and my computer gets furred. I got 99 problems, but a biddy ain't one. These are facts. I'm just saying, these are facts. But, it's like, at the same time, I don't look at the whole market as being complete doom and gloom. I just say, stay away from at least the shitcoin miners themselves, guys. I mean, these are your profitabilities with a lot of your FPGAs, your ASICs, and stuff like that, right? And you're not, and this is at 11 cents. Let me go ahead and let me fix this. My electric rate, right? an Aleo miner, which that can make $23 a day with 500 watts. And you're going to be, I don't know these ones. I don't know. Some of these I do not know. Jingle mining, I do know. You're looking at, and it's coming from China. So we might as well just say $3,000 shipped in. Let's see here. Mine shop. Oh, this is Guntis, coming out of that lovely Ireland. You're gonna have $3,200 plus the import tax coming in. All right. Coin Mining Central, the UK. Again, you're going to be looking at like $4,000 getting it in the United States. Then you've got BT miners. These guys I'm familiar with. You're looking at $3,600. So I mean, like you're just talking about big bucks. So $3,600. Call it $3,700, right? Let's just call it $3,700. I like nice even numbers. $3,700. You're going to be making about $9,800 a year, assuming not a single another Aleo miner comes out from this point forward. Knowing that that's not how it is, it's like every day, every time a batch gets rolled out, your profitability drops by the number of batches, by the number that gets released in each batch. So it makes no sense to be forking out $4,000. A lot of people will find that a lot of these shitcoin miners, overall, you do not make your money back. You make better money by grabbing these miners and then reselling them for a couple of bucks more than what you purchased them for. Ah, thank you, cat. It's like Nemesis. Be glad that you don't have to clean cat hair out of your ASICs every 2 months. Bro, I was there. Been there, done that with all of my GPUs. Especially when I had 50 GPUs here in the house running, plus my ASICs. Yeah, that was a lot of fur I was cleaning out of those things. I would see one of my ASICs go offline, and I'd go to reboot it, and I'd be looking at it, seeing all of its stats, and it comes back online. And then I watch temperatures just go whoop, and the miner crashes out on it, and I'm like, all right, take it apart, fucking pull the half a cat out of my fucking cooling fins, and oh yeah, it's like I've been ASIC mining since 2018. So, and I've had anywhere from 1 to 5 cats in the house at any given time. So yeah, I know all about cleaning cat hair out. I absolutely know everything about it. The cats seem to like to be around the ASICs. You would think that, your cat, your dog, they hate the vacuum cleaner. But by God, they would fucking sleep in the mining room. I don't know about a dog. I don't have a dog here. But my cats, they'll fucking sleep in front of the ASICs because it's got fucking warm blowing air out. They're like, oh yeah, oh, this is so lovely. All I have to do is pull the vacuum cleaner out from the closet, and they go scurrying off. It's like, how is this worse? I don't get it. I never did. But yes, I used to have to clean my cat the fur out of all of my stuff a lot. Oh my God, the cards that I hated the most were the blower cards. The GPUs that had a single fan in them and would blow across. Those things would, during shedding season, it was 2 to 3 times that I was cleaning out those cards every shedding season. So twice a year, they get cleaned out 6 times at the most. All the rest of the cards, like once or twice a year, I clean them out and they're fine. It's like, oh my God, those blower fans. Oh my God. I had a 1070 non-TI blower. And great performing card. Oh my God, you could not tell the difference between that card and the rest of them on the rig, as long as that card was clean. Once that card got a little dirty, and she got a little upset. So, yeah, and it's like it's just kind of hard to get behind a lot of these ASIC manufacturing with the new stuff, just because of the drop off rate on profitability and how quickly it happens. So I don't want to recommend any one of you guys to be getting caught grabbing these ASICs and then losing your ass off on them, because it's like you're a crackhead almost, where you get this really good hit of profitability. You're like, oh yeah, I'm gonna ROI my equipment and it's gonna be great, and then you watch the price just depreciate after a certain point in time, because everybody that bought ASICs are also needing to sell, and they want to sell before you sell so that they can pay for their ASICs and have you hold the bag. And that's what ends up happening with a lot of people, is you end up holding the bag. So I don't want anybody to be, that's why I don't recommend getting ASICs for shitcoins, just because of that diminishing return aspect. I could tell people to go, yeah, build a badass fucking gaming rig. Also mine some Bitcoin with it, because like it's easier to sit there and tell somebody, hey, mine, and then that graphics card can help pay for an upgrade down the road, and not worry about that up and down pricing of everything. That's easier to sell somebody on versus having them buy, hey, let's buy this $4,000 piece of equipment, and then a year goes by and you're making $1.50, $2 a day on this $4,000 piece of equipment that's only made you, like, let's say $1,500 so far after a year. So now you're on a 4-year plan, hoping that no other ASICs get fucking put onto that project. Because as the better ASICs come out, if you guys are unfamiliar with this, the worse it comes out to be. That was for the new guys. All you OGs, triple OGs out there, I'm preaching to the choir on that one. I get that one. We just it's like we just need to sit there and figure out what our goal is when you're mining, right? That's the ultimate thing at the end of the day. What is your goal? I want X coin, and I want a lot of them. Okay. You're not worrying about price. Oh, no, I'm going to pay for it out of pocket. Okay, you're not mining for any dollars. You're in it for, you're not in it. That was like the old running joke. I'm in it for the tech. You're in it for that particular project to give support. Cool. I'm like I said, I'm not going to dog anybody for doing that. Know that you're doing that. Knowing that you're never going to make your money back. You're just supporting that market. That's all you're doing. It's like, Jason's like, my main goal is to slowly expand my mining operation. So, that's where now you gotta, how can I put this? You have to run it like a business. From day one. No emotions. You have no attachment to whatever coin that you're mining. Your only goal is to get Bitcoin and as much of it in the smallest amount of time. That is your only goal. Any equipment that cannot do that for you you must replace it immediately. That is how you, quote unquote, slowly expand your mining operation. Expanding a mining operation doesn't mean that I need to go from 100 watts worth of usage to 200 watts. Expansion also means that I'm going to take that 100 watts and I'm going to use it more efficiently than anybody else I've ever met before. That's also expanding, because if I can use the amperage more effectively, I'm getting a better bang for my buck without ever needing to expand on power. Because let me tell you, Jason, that is the most expensive part of mining, is the expansion of power. How can I put it? I would have to sign a 5-year contract to get a half a megawatt. Have to have $160,000 up front to get this half a megawatt. And then over the course of, oh God, what is it? 5 years, because it's a 5-year contract, you're paying for all the equipment. Once you've paid for all the equipment over that 5-year contract, you get the initial $160,000 back. It's a retainer. Yeah, ain't that about a bitch? And your bill after that, after you sit there and you got that 5-year contract, you're gonna be somewhere, depending on where you're at in the United States and what kind of sweetheart deal the power company wanted to cut you. Not all states are the same. But in Oklahoma, we were looking at a 3.2 3.2 cent per kilowatt hour. All in effective would have been 4.3 cents per kilowatt hour. Would have been our effective all in. But our average bill would, I think, was like around $60,000 or $70,000 a month. And we would have to use all the power to make it work. So, yeah, let me just tell you, if you are looking at expanding, I just tell people, just figure out how to be the most power effective with what you currently have, and without any emotions, sell what doesn't make sense. Now, I have a bunch of GPUs that I would never mine with again. Am I gonna give up all of them? No. But the ones that I have multiples of, I'm gonna sell off. So if you guys are wanting some GPU history from GPU Jesus here, certainly, I mean, I got 1070 Ti's and stuff, some 1080 Ti's, that, I don't know, fucking, if you guys are like interested in it, hit me up at Discord, make me an offer, pay for the card, shipping, and yeah. It's like, damn, I already bought cases and 7 RX from. Hey man, I got more, dude. I don't have any more RX 580s. I got one, but like I said, I wanted to keep one. Yeah, no, I got 1070 Ti's, 1080 Ti's. Let's see here. I'd probably be willing to even sell off some of my 30 series. I got 6600, 16, 3060 Ti's, some 3080 Ti's, or no, regular 3080s, bunch of 3090s. It's like you have EVGA 3070 Ti's for sale. Nice. Yeah, I have one 3070 Ti, and I think I'll keep that one just because I've only got the one. So it's for testing purposes. I want to keep an example of a lot of them, you know, at least one. This way you know, for heads up testing purposes, and my own personal collection of what I've mined with over the years. Because just because like I'm not mining with all the gear that I got right now doesn't mean that it's like I'm not gonna be fucking mining in the fucking future. That's fucking crazy talk right there. Crazy talk. No, I have to do what Jason's talking about there, expanding my mining operation. And what that means is that I got to expand into more efficient hardware. So I've even got some What's Miner M30 pluses. If anybody's interested in that, I got like 4 of them. So if anybody wants a good miner, dude. I mean, those M30 pluses, they are very good with the higher temperatures. They're better than Bitmain with the heat. So if you guys are in a hot climate area and you want a Bitcoin miner that can fucking throw down, these are like 112 terahash, 113 terahash in the heats. How much do I want for what? My What's Miner? I don't even know what the hell they go for. I mean, those things are going. That's the 86 terahash one. That's the 100 and a refurbished one's going for like $860 for a refurbished one. It's the M50. Those are the lower ones. So what up, Northern Crypto Tech? I don't know. I would do, if you want to do one of the M30 pluses. I would do $850 plus shipping, because those fuckers are heavy. But they handle fucking heat, dude. I will tell you that right now. These M30 pluses are tanks. Like, out of your price range? Well, if that changes, hit me up. Yeah, no. The better, I mean, especially if you're out in hot Atlanta. Hot Atlanta needs the What's Miner M30 pluses. The M50s The M50S Plus Plus, their heat tolerance is not as high either, because of the chip's density. The M30 Plus Plus is that sweet spot on the dealing with hot Atlantis. I kind of figured that you said that it was out of your price range. It's like out of price range. But if that changes, hit me up. Hit me up. Otherwise, I got GPUs. GPUs are a little cheaper. So has anybody got any other comments or questions? Yeah, if you guys are looking for any kind of a gear or equipment, man, if you're looking for GPUs, hit me up in Discord. Fucking, I mean, I'm not giving them away, but, you know, reasonable deals. It's like, I'll be unemployed soon. Ouch. I don't look at that as being unemployed. It's being an entrepreneur. You are now working for yourself, sir. I'm just saying. That's the time when it's time to build. You're like, I ain't got nothing else, man. Shit. What else? How else can it be any worse? It's like, it's a new start. Fuck yeah, bro. 100%. More chances to further yourself. I don't always look at it as like furthering yourself, because that's almost like an educational process. I look at it as it's a way to change directions, because whatever direction you point is where you go. It's fucking simple. You don't like the direction that you're fucking going, go in a different direction. It's called fucking pivoting. It's like, it sounds like one of those duh moments, but it's when you're stuck in your ways and you get that comfortability, it's hard to make that pivot. It really is. My power company commenting. I use those fuckers too. Hit me with a $2,800 deposit after 6 years of service, because I used more than 400% of my neighbors. The deposit made my mining shut down for a bit. Fuck them. Wow. What's your? I mean. You can either hit me up in Discord privately, or what was your average mining bill from them? Cause like I was fucking tickling like $2,000 a month. And ComEd never fucking did any bullshit like that. Yeah, but what was your average? No. What was your average bill, like, total? Like, fucking, like I said, I was like almost $2,000 a month. Your highest bill was $700 per month. Good God. Yeah, I was fucking for 3 years, like fucking like $2,000, like, yeah, between $1,500 to $2,000 a month. For like 3 fucking years. ComEd didn't do fucking shit. And fucking, I couldn't even, like, I look at solar and I'm like, I don't have enough property to fucking cover my mining bill. Holy crap. crap. They don't fucking produce shit for wattage. Like with all of my grow lights and everything for my garden, fucking God, I'm like 400, 480, something like that per fucking month right now. Hey, you've got 3,200 watts worth of fucking solar. I don't have like I can't put enough solar on my house is not big enough to put solar on enough to supply my mining habit. My mining habit's pretty vicious. It's out of control. I'm just saying it's out of control. It's like, but that's mining at a loss, and I'm paying out of pocket. I don't dare turn everything. Oh yeah. There's nothing on right now, but again, I have my grow lights going right now, so because of my as soon as I'm able to take my vegetable garden the fuck outside finally, and that'll be in like a week or two, I'll be able to put everything back outside. And I won't be running all the fucking lights in there. I'll be able to turn on all my CPUs. Minimum, my CPUs will be mining. It's like chump changes, solar power setup. Yeah, you find out quickly with like even if you get the best solar panels out there, I think they're like 400-watt panels, uh, and they'll last you. Don't get me wrong, they'll fucking last. It's not like they break overnight with mining. You typically get, if you're gonna fucking full tilt them a lot, figure if it's a 15-year panel, you're gonna get like 8 years on it. If it's a 20-year panel, figure 10 if you're mining the shit out of it. But again, you're 400 watts. That's 130/90, right, per panel. Most of the panels that I look at, they're like 200 to 300 watt panels because they're a little cheaper. I can get 200-watt panels for super cheap, but I'm not, I don't have enough property to fucking to do a setup where I can actually power on all my equipment. Be fucking cool as shit if I could. Yeah, the duty cycle thing, yeah. It's like that's only 8 GPUs. You have 35. I've got... I think I'm around 70 GPUs, something like that. I have to recount where I'm currently sitting at because I have gotten rid of a few over time. I know Bedell over there has a few of them. So I mean, I've gotten rid of some of them, which been pretty cool, If you there are auction sites that you can go on to for solar panels, and it's for like your bigger companies whenever, because like every 3 years these bigger solar panel companies, they just revamp everything and get rid of the old panels. If you get onto some of those auction places, you can get like 50 panels for like $50 piece. So you're looking at what, what, $500 here and there, $500 to $1,000. I don't know what the minimum order is for the auctions. It depends, you know. So whenever I looked at it last, I think it was ranging between like $500 to like $1,500 for like a stack, and then plus shipping, of course. But yeah, that was like the easiest way, and they've only been used for 3 years. As long as and all the panels were tested out good, and yeah, I find that the like stuff like that is perfectly fine. But yeah, it's just finding those auction sites. I haven't looked in so long, and now you got to make sure it's all here in the United States already. So it might be worth like hunting down some of those auction sites. I'm just saying, if that's the direction that you might possibly want to go, try to find an electric company that is recycling, or a solar company that's gone out of business. Great way to get some good hardware. So has anybody else got any comments or questions before I get up out of here? It's like your 7 580s are safe and sound in the server case that he got from me. Yo! That's what's up. Love it, love it. I love being able to pass off my equipment to people who are either going to use it, or they're just going to keep it as like a keepsake of like absolute mining history. I'm just saying. Some of my equipment has only mined since day one of purchase. Imagine how much Ethereum some of those 1070s fucking mined. That has ancient fucking Ethereum fucking blockchain written all over those fucking memory cores. Same thing with those 580s Bedell got from me. That's got a lot of epochs on that memory. A lot of epochs. Oh hell no. I don't carry not a one fucking Goe of fucking Ethereum. Whenever they fucked over the miner, you know, I would have been all cool with them going to proof of stake. All cool with it. But no, fucking Ethereum Foundation decides that they're going to fuck over the miners at the very end and change the rules for how we mine. Instead of just going, hey, we're going to fucking finally set off the Ethereum bomb on you, and it's no longer going to be worth fucking mining. No, they fucking robbed all of us miners of our Ethereum that we should have been getting paid out. No. After they pulled that fucking thing, I was like, I shall sell every fucking Goe I fucking have. There's a reason why Ethereum will never hit its all-time high. It's like Bedell. It's like I don't plan on getting rid of any of those ROG Strix 580s. Nice, bro. That's what I like. That's what I like. It's like F ETH. Hell yeah, John Jermaine. Fuck ETH. 100%. So, you guys got any other comments or questions for me before I roll up out of here? I just had a phone call, guys. So, now I got a reason that I'd like to get up out of here. I got to make a phone call. So, you guys got nothing important? Then I want you all to drop those FAs in the Chizzity chat, guys, because you guys are rated F for freaking awesome. Oh, yeah. Like, subscribe, hit the bell notification. all that good stuff. You know how the YouTube likes this. At least I think that's how the YouTube likes it. Maybe not. Maybe things have changed. It's been so long since I've mine, and since I've actually done a live stream. Oh my god. But thank you everybody for showing some of that love in the Chizzity chat, showing those Lizzity likes. Love it, love it. And with that being said, thank you everybody for being here. Peace out. Stay savage, and may your watts be low and your hash be high. I will see you on the next one. Yo!